Hello and welcome, my daffodils of justice. It's SJB here, and this is the quest section in BTD6. And today what I want to do for you guys is I want to beat every single one of these tales, every single one of these challenges, and every single one of these experiments all in this video today. I'll leave the tutorials up to you guys because they're really not that bad. But let's get started in here. The first tale is going to be a new dart just dropped with the Dartling gunners here. You get 1,000 monkey money for beating it, and we get 2 extra insta monkeys, so let's get started here. This is a 2-part challenge, and the first part here is we get 100 rounds to get $100,000. We also get 2 Dartling guns to start off the day here, and the first rounds are not going to be bad, but they do get more difficult over time. We're going to start having to deal with lead soon, ceramics, and Moabs, but we do get extra bonuses kind of as time goes on with free banana farmers, free glue gunners, and other stuff. So let's get going. I want to mention really quickly that even though this is a tale and there are a kind of a story to this thing, I'm going to try to keep it mostly down to the strategy. So if you guys really are interested in seeing this guy talk, play it for yourself and just read through it. Now, we cannot pop lead balloons with Dartling guns early on, but we can use the Crusher. So they're showing you how to use the Crusher, basically. And now you're going to see, wow, round 5 is not a real round 5. This is a very intense round kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, this is actually kind of wild. Dartling guns can manage it, but dang, we are going to have to keep that in mind. These are not regular rounds. Things are going to get more difficult very, very quickly. Luckily for us, getting $100,000 isn't going to be too bad, so we're going to get a bunch of free stuff. We're going to start with the free banana farm on this next round. There we go, free banana farm. And one other thing to keep in mind is that our Dartling guns are already stuck on that focus firing. But in addition to that, we got to be careful here because these rounds are going to be kind of wild, man. I'm going to go straight for a 2-0 banana farm here and see if we can kind of just survive for a little while without losing too many lives. Oh, we need cam detection. All right, so let's get the cam detection upgrade in the Dartling gun and then see if I can micro through this just a little bit. Wow, camo pinks are kind of ridiculous, dude. We're going to try to use the Crusher here in just a second. So far, it's going good enough, but not great. There are going to be Bloons trying to sneak through the bottom already. I'm going to go for a Crusher right in the middle of some of these blue balloons. And yeah, you know what? We lose 2 shield lives, but, you know, for saving up this much money, that doesn't feel too terrible, right? A glue gunner, he shouted. Come help us. Oh, okay, so we're going to get a glue gunner in this next round. That's sweet. Definitely losing some real lives here on round 8, but I'm doing it. I'm risking it for the biscuit. I want that cash money. I want that banana farm, and now we get a delicious glue gunner on our team. So this should get us to marketplace money easily. Now, I should mention that there are different banana farms you can go for. You can go for top path, middle path, or bottom path, but in my opinion, marketplace is kind of nice because we don't have to micro. Picking up bananas and not letting them rot, while also aiming your Dartling guns without the ability to micro, by the way. Without the ability to change targeting to lock in place is a little bit difficult. At this point, though, we can build banana farms, so I'm going to go for a second banana farm already. We're just going to put them right next to each other. We got tons of ceramics coming out on round 10, but the glue gunner is doing an absolute delicious job here. But if we're already dealing with ceramics, I'm expecting big Bloons to come in soon. The question is, can we greed? Oh, no, we can't. Not yet. We're going to have to go for a laser shocking. Let's just go laser shocking. I think that might be enough here to take down these Moabs. And that'll allow me to hopefully get the bank here on this next round. So we're not going to try to pop the Bloons with this thing. We're going to try to pop the Bloons with the glue gunner and pop the Moabs with the Dartling gun. Let's see if that's going to be the righteous combo here. Oh, it's going fantastic. All right, round 11 has been completed. That's going to get us to bank money here. And we clean up those random things. Now we are going to have to start getting more popping power, though. Having a bank on our team is nice, but it does not generate very much money right now. It'll generate money very well in the long term. All right, our second bank is up on round 15. And now what I want to do is I want to make sure my banks are both up to 2-0 on the top path here. Lives are starting to come back, those shield lives and everything. So I'm actually not afraid unless a big rush of Moabs comes out. All right, so we've got some more Moabs coming out. We're going to go for the faster barrel spin on our Dartling gun here. And now round 17 seems to be round 40 for some reason. Not really sure what the rhyme or reason to all this is, but maybe I'll figure it out eventually. For round 20, I'm just going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to go Hydro Rocket Pods. We could probably survive a little bit longer, but I don't think it's worth it to try to push it. I think we're better off just doing that, and now we can continue to farm, but I'm going to farm over in the corner here now. Our first big chunk of money is here. Our first bank has just produced, and with that money, we are going to make more banks. We're just going to go for another monkey bank, top path, monkey bank, and then I'm going to start getting ready for a third. Oh, I guess 5th monkey bank up to top path here. All right, at this point, I'm just going to start saving. I got 7 monkey banks. I collected all my money all at once, so they should produce all in the same round. Here, we got to wait another roughly 9 rounds, and we should produce. And they'll produce $9,500 times 7, which is almost $70,000. And I think by that point, we should have about $30,000 saved up, and if not, we're going to sell all of our banks and just easily make our money. All right, here we go. We're going to collect all. We get 66.5. We're going to go boom, 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 and that's going to break the $100,000 necessary. Woo! Victorious! But that's just part 1. Now we have to go check out part 2. 2 Dartling guns did it. The cash was wired to Dr. Monkey. Now the Bouncy Darts test site. Our next challenge has arrived, and we've got 2 Dartling guns here with a bunch of random fences in the way. If you notice anything about these fences, though, it's that they're bouncy. They're bouncy fences. So your best bet is probably, for the most part, most of the game here, we're going to aim towards this side, because it's going to go in this nice triangle type location. We're going to go boom off here, boom off there, and then boom down here as well. And that's just going to be the best way to pop things. As far as total popping power goes, though, this is the way we're going to have to do it. We're going to start off with a laser shock, and then soon we're going to upgrade to a middle path and a faster spin barrel. There is a regen balloon coming out already, and you might be freaking out, being like, holy crap, that's just going to walk right through my defense. There's balloons over there. What do we do? You wait. You don't go crazy. You don't freak out. Just wait it out. Let them balloons eventually pop themselves. And we can easily afford our 2 Dartling gun. So they gave us some extra money, so we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go for another 2 Dartling gun. Our first Moab on around 10 here, but we got laser shock and up the wazizzle, and these balloons just have to die, right? I mean, look at this thing. It's going to be a little tight, but yeah, they'll eventually die. Another couple of Moabs coming in on around 14, and not a moment too soon can we afford our Hydro Rocket Pods. Now, this guy is obviously the key, most amazing tower in the entire world. If you haven't realized it by now, Hydro Rocket Pods are good. So, unfortunately, we don't have to do any micro just yet. I guess, fortunately, we don't have to do any micro just yet, but we will have to start doing some fairly soon. Oh no, the fence! The invoice didn't get paid, so they're taking it away. Now, at this point, you should realize that it's actually, I don't want to say easier to micro, but you can actually aim it this way now, and it's going to be a really nice bounce right in the middle location there. You got to almost aim right in the middle of this pink thing here. And you have to get a little lucky with the bounces, obviously. Like, sometimes they're perfect, sometimes they're not. But generally, I mean, look at the amount of bounces we get right in the middle of this section there. It's delicious. And it's already time. We're going to go for our second Hydro Rocket Pods. Beautiful. First BFB coming out. But I'm not too worried about it, to be completely honest. I think we're going to manage pretty well. This is nice, because now instead of popping all the Moabs first and having to deal with the balloons very quickly, now we pop the balloons kind of as they're coming out, or we kill the fastest balloons. Killing the fastest balloons is always the better way to play the game. We got big chunks of ceramics here for around 20, and we got a bunch of money, but unfortunately we don't really have that much to do with it, right? We're already stuck with, oh crap, we need a Rocket Storm. So luckily Hydro Rocket Pods are pretty beefy, and even with the DDT coming out against us, with a Rocket Storm at least, we could take it down easily. But we do need to start saving up and getting a second Rocket Storm up, because these balloons are going to get pretty wild pretty quick. All right, second Rocket Storm up on around 22. And now we're starting to deal with some big balloons, man. We got BFBs, we've got DDTs, we've got Zermergerts coming out. Things are getting pretty wild here, but again, just keeping a pretty continuous aiming down in this corner seems to be going pretty well at this point. All right, so this Oh My God's about to pop, but there's going to be a lot of balloons on the inside of this puppy, so we're going to wait just a few seconds, and we are going to Rocket Storm here. So we're going to start aiming it a smidge lower in just a second. There we go. We're going to Rocket Storm now. We're going to aim it just a little bit lower, just a little bit, in this corner right here. That seems to be going good enough for us, and back to aiming in the corner. And we got balloons trying to sneak through, so we're going to aim it back into the front here. And that will eventually get to around 23 with saving a Rocket Storm. Now we got DDTs coming out. All right, so we're going to have to pop this guy back at the front. Leave it back in the corner there. We're going to go for another Rocket Storm in just a second. Boom, there it is. Make sure we take down that DDT. And the Moab shouldn't be that big of a problem for us. All right, round 25, the last round of the day. We're going to start by aiming in the bottom corner here. You can see there's a lot of balloons coming up. We've got 2 Rocket Storms available. Unfortunately, this big chunk of money doesn't do anything for us. So just keep aiming in this corner. DDT is going to want to sneak through. We're going to say, not today, good sir, not today. We got 1 Rocket Storm. It's enough for us. Didn't even use the second one. And that, my friends, is going to get us that big fat V and some delicious rewards. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use that glue gunner at all, but we get 1,000 monkey money, we get a nice Dartling gun instant monkey, and another Dartling gun instant monkey, and we're feeling good. Next, we've got the Beast Handler quest, and we're going to start on round 8. Okay, so we're going to buy the Horned Owl to start off the day. Hopefully, this, I know that they've nerfed / buffed this quite a bit, so hopefully it's not much more difficult of a tail now because of the nerfs to this thing, but I'm not too afraid, because right now, we're stuck with just Horned Owls. So if you want to learn Beast Handlers, the easy thing to know is that these guys are kind of really good against regen balloons, but that's not the main reason they're good. It's because they send balloons backwards, right? So when you send them backwards, usually you want to send them across gaps, realistically. So if you pick up balloons up over here and you bring them back over a gap, that is amazing. So for my next beast handler, what I want to do is I want to bring them from anywhere that's going on over here back to over here. I don't care if they're up over here. You can still do damage, obviously, but at this point, this is where I want them to bring them back. And we gotta just get to spamming, I guess. We're not gonna do any merging today. We're just gonna let these guys go to town. Seems like it's going pretty well. These are all normal rounds here, but this is only the first part of the 3-part series. And of course, it's gonna be the easiest part. Yeah, boys, my 4-part owl squad here. The back owl boys. They've got it covered. We easily take down round 25, and the first set is already done. Look at that. Oh, I realized I actually made a mistake. That was the last section. This is actually the first section here. We got to get the Microraptor flowing. Now, Microraptors are not bad at all, actually. They're great against balloons. So what you want to do is just put them in spots where they can normally pop some balloons. In addition, don't forget that Beast Handlers actually are not a bad tower for popping regular balloons. And I know that seems really, really funky, but just throwing down like a couple Beast Handlers is kind of similar to buying a Beast Handler with a Microraptor, which is kind of weird. I don't feel like it should work that way, but it kind of does. And so in showing you the way of the stick, this is round 15 of our 16-round run here, and you can see the sticks are pretty awesome. I mean, we just kind of jab away, and eventually the balloons die. And we only used 2 Microraptors that really didn't do much. But now it is the way of the water, the last bastion of life, I guess, well, I guess it's kind of the first bastion, isn't it? Like, life probably came from water, so either which way, we're going to build a couple piranhas, and I think that's all that's going to be required here, because we're only going to deal with 20 rounds today. I should mention that if you are fairly effective with it, this is not a bad tower to put in the front of the map. Usually, you can't control it all that well, but if he's the first popper, you're going to notice even yellow balloons and high-class balloons are going down pretty easily, because we knock them back, and we do damage. So, in this situation, I think the best thing for us to do is actually to merge and make a Mega Barracuda. Unfortunately, maxed out at 6 beast power, but a Mega Barracuda in the front of the map seems like a pretty decent idea for us. I'm just going to, clean up with some piranhas. All right, round 20, Barracuda. Look at this. Domination. Blacks down to blues into nothing. And we easily take that down. Unfortunately, I've already gotten the rewards, so I can't show you the rewards. I don't even know what they are. But, yeah, that was not hard at all. This is a pretty difficult one, but we're going to try to make it as easy as we can for you guys. First of all, just understand that these 3 towers here can do damage, but that's actually not the main form of our damage. Instead, it's going to be support Chinooks for at least a little while here. So we're going to move our Dart Monkey into place. We're going to move our Alchemist into place next to our Dart Monkey, and we're going to move our Engineer into place at the front of the map. If you lose any lives, it's not a big deal. We're going to earn those back. As long as you don't lose your 15, you're going to be totally fine. When you get the money, you're going to end up getting a crossbow, quick shots, and very quick shots. And again, just keep on moving this Engineer back and forth. Get used to it. You want to just go across the main action of the balloons, basically, because it's going to shoot regular darts. It's going to move the balloons backwards and just be an overall good addition to your team. So, in my opinion, just keep it back and forth. Never stop. Every single time you have the ability, just send it back and send it forth. Even if you don't really need it, it's going to help you out. Now they're going to give us the answer here. They're telling us, get an Alchemist. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go Berserker Brew here and keep on going with our Engineer, move back, and move forth. So we lost a life at this point, but if you lost any more than that, definitely make sure you're using these abilities. It's worth it. Just try to keep up to the max amount of lives that you can. We got extra money here, so we're going to go for the Sharpshooter at this point. And again, just keep on doing our Engineer thing, and things should not be that bad, actually. Round 8's going to get a little feisty here, because we got regen balloons all... Oh, excuse me, not round 8. Round 9 is going to get a little feisty here. So we got regens kind of all over the place at this point. If we don't hit them properly here, when we've got Let's Get in the way, it can get a little tricky. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our Dartling gun just kind of across the way again. After most of the balloons have passed, you're going to realize that what we're going to do is we're going to use this... Elk to basically power us up and get through those lead balloons. Now we got a bunch of money, so what do we do with it? Well, how about a Top Path Engineer? Boom! Sentry Expert. Pretty big fan. We're going to move them back and forth again, as per usual. Lose any lives, don't feel bad about it. Again, just make sure you regen those lives. You're going to be very, very happy. Moab shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just leave your Dart Monkey on first, and again, just keep on moving your Engineer back and forth. They will start throwing random sentries down kind of all over the place, and that's okay. All you kind and wonderful people, I just want to shout out you guys and say thank you so much for supporting me as a creator. The easiest way to do it is by clicking this button, typing in SJB in the creator support section. It really does mean a lot. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but I really, really appreciate it. So if you guys like these hour-long movies, hook me up with one of these and maybe press the like button. And here we go, the last round. We got a bunch of camos, we got a bunch of balloons. Again, just move them back and move them forth. The Dart Monkey is going to have to kill most of the camo balloons here, but don't forget, you can still send them back with the heli. So here we go, a few more Moabs to go. At this point, maybe we just move them back just a little bit further so we don't go all the way to the front. Just send them back over here, send some ceramics backwards, and looks like we are going to be owning these balloons oh so easily. Woo! So believe it or not, that was only the first set. Now we got Fallen Tree to play through. So we have 15 more rounds to deal with, and it's going to be kind of a very similar strategy. We're going to put the elk somewhat near the front. We're going to put the Dart Monkey kind of close to that alchemist, and we're going to put our engineer, believe it or not on the tree because we can't do it, and we're just going to put them kind of close to each other over here. Again, we're going to go for that crossbow with quick shots and very quick shots. I'm a big fan of it. And we're going to get our Alchemist up to large potions. And then we're also going to go for a Sentry Gun and faster engineering engineer. Make sure your Elk is unstrong. You do want to make sure you're hitting those lead balloons. Take them down so your Dart Monkey doesn't get kind of owned by the balloons. When you get the money, it's Sharpshooter time again. This one is surprisingly significantly easier. Don't know why, but we're going to go for a quick Berserker Brew. This time I'm going to go Strongest Acid and Perishing Potion. Again, much less micro-intensive. You don't have to do all the crazy heli-pilot nonsense and move this guy around. At this point, our defense is actually pretty solid. But I think we're going to have to do the exact same thing. We're going to go for a, eventually, ooh, Moabs! Oh no! We're going to go for a Sprockets and Sentry Expert as soon as possible, and just rely, for right now, on the Sharpshooter. But if we need to, we'll move some ceramics backwards by just moving the engineer wherever we need to. But I don't think it's going to be necessary. Yeah, this looks a little scary to me, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this engineer just across the way here. Just kind of time it just a little bit. Oh, it didn't look like it was necessary at all. But that's not a bad spot, especially when we get the Sentry Expert with larger surface area and deconstruction. Now we can pop leads, we can pop Moabs, we can pop everything. We don't have to worry about it almost at all. Right, I'm not going to maneuver anything. I'm just going to go for a stronger stim, and I think that's all we're going to need today. Still no micro required up to round 15, but you know what? I feel like playing it safe. Let's move our engineer back over here. Just get a little extra send back here. And, yeah, I think that's all we're going to need. We got some regen balloons trying to overwhelm us, but we're going to say, nuh-uh, not today. Crossbow engineer combo is delicious. Woo! Crossbow master, or crossbow, what is he? What did I even remember? The 4th tier crossbow is good enough for us to take this down, and we're done with our second set. So this one's actually kind of a difficult start, but then gets a little bit easier. We're going to go for a quick Sentry Expert with the pin upgrade, and as soon as we can, we're going to send him right to the middle of the map here. Kablamo, just like that. And then we're going to get our Dart Monkey upgraded to long range and enhanced eyesight. And then I want you to watch this upgrader here as soon as you can. Take it on over, because you got fast camo pinks coming in here. We're going to have to upgrade to a crossbow and a sharp shots, very quick shots combo here, so we don't lose that game real nice and quick like this. And there's going to be a little bit of trouble against these camos, but don't forget, we got the ability to gain lives back. So if you ever run into any issues, gain them lives back. I promise you, you'll be happy. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to move your Elk again next to your Dart Monkey. It's going to be extra lead popping power, and of course, we're going to be able to buff our guys. We're going to go for a combo Berserker Brew with the Sharpshooter combo, and that is kind of the basic setup. Just start upgrading. So we're going to start off with a stronger stim, and I'm going to get that stronger acid and perishing potions, and then after that, we're going to start trying to save up and seeing if we can go for our crossbow master. So we've got our first Moabs and everything, but we got crossbow master money, and that makes this just go down easily. At this point, if you're feeling it, your crossbow over to this area, just be careful. If you don't send the balloons backwards, you can actually run into a little bit of issues, and then if you want to, leave them on last. And you're going to shoot down a nice straight line here and just do mega damage. We're going to also move our Elk in range here so we can end up powering them up. Now we've got this Tech Terror sitting over here, but the problem is Tech Terror has an ability to use, but we can't move him into place. We can't move him at all. So instead of getting crazy over here, we're actually just going to pop some of them. Then we're going to move the Crossbow Master away from all the balloons. Let the Tech Terror clean up some of these balloons. We're going to save that ability for a little later on. All right, Crossbow Master and everybody working together here. Now we're going to move the Crossbow Master completely out of the way. I don't want any of these BFBs to get popped basically at this point. Let the Tech Terror get all these BFBs in range, and as soon as we need to use that ability, we're going to use it. So wait it out as long as you possibly can. Everything in range of this guy will get popped. Looks pretty good at this point. We're going to wait just a few more seconds, and boom, blow it up for a nice easy win. And again, I unfortunately already beat this one, so I don't get the rewards for you guys, but that's okay. You get a lot of them. And that will be all of the tails. These are the hardest part of the entire thing. They're actually pretty difficult and weird. Of course, the beast handlers are easy as crap, but the other two are not easy and actually pretty fun too. Moving on to the challenges. We've got 4 challenges we got to take down. First, keep up with Biker Bones. So we have to do a race with $1,200 to start on easy standard cubism with a bonus money of $500. So you don't have to go crazy with this. And believe it or not, I am not a good racer. I don't play races all that often, but they're not that hard. We're going to start on round 10, and the easiest thing for us to get is going to be a Glaive Ricochet. Get the Glaive Ricochet going. Eventually, we're going to have automatic camera detection with Etienne here, and what you could do is every time you feel comfy, send it another round. With this boomerang, it should go pretty easily. Again, we don't have to be that wild with it. We just have to be 6 minutes, so send this out. We're going to eventually go for the red hot rings here. And we'll send out quite a few rounds here. But we do have to watch out for the camos on round 33 as well, so I don't want to go too crazy. And the next thing I want to do is I want to go for a mortar. I like explosions, so I'm going to go for a middle path combo. And then when I'm feeling it, I'm going to go for the rapid reload. And we're going to use Etienne's abilities whenever we have them available to us. I basically want to force myself to get an artillery battery as soon as I possibly can. Heavy Shells is ready. We're going to go Bigger Blast and Blue Buster. We can set up quite a few more rounds. Etienne still has not given everybody camo detection, so we're going to have to rely on him for our camo detection for now. So I don't want to go too much further, so I pop all those camos. Looks good-ish, and I think we're ready to kind of push this. Etienne's going to give everybody camo detection in just a second here, so I don't feel bad about going all the way deep, getting our artillery battery going, and as long as we get that camo detection ready, we should be good to pop everything. Alright, the Moab is dead. Just gotta pop a few more balloons. Etienne still did not give everybody camo detection, though. It's actually kind of sad. I guess I could get camo detection in other ways. I was just kind of relying on Etienne here. And he does good enough. Alright, there we go. Beat it about 2 minutes. Woo! Coffee wasn't even ready. So we did it in 2 minutes. That feels very bad, actually, but good enough for us. And we get 500 monkey money! Woo! Next up, we got Grow Less Than Galaxily. This actually kind of makes me laugh a little bit. 80 tiers. Are you kidding me? Obin said he could do that and wants you to try to beat Galaxily's score. You two should give it your best shot. All right, 500 monkey money for beating this. We get $1,500 to start. Medium standard on geared. So 80 tiers. Looks ridiculous at first until you realize, oh man, there's no snipers. There's no helis. There's no monkey aces. There's no infinite range towers. We have to use all towers that are possible to us that have limited range. So the easiest answer to all of our problems here is going to be to make a little extra cash. All right, so I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to build 5 banana farms or anything, but I think one good, solid banana farm is in order for us. So even though it may make us leak 50, 60, 70, 80, even 149 lives in the beginning part of the game, as long as we don't lose 150 of them, by the time we get to the end of the game, we will be happy, happy players. So build a banana farm. Just going to put it right here in this middle gear and pop some balloons. So when you get here, make sure you build a boomerang, put them on last, and you want to build basically both of your towers kind of opposite from each other. We're gonna go for a 2-prong strategy here, basically. I want 2 towers, or 2 sets of towers that can pop all types of balloons, so I always have something attacking here. And I think the easiest way to do that is by building 2 of them instead of building like 6 different sets kind of all over the place and making it all confusing. It's going to go 2 solid sets. No matter what, they will always be attacking something. So again, greed is the name of the game, unfortunately. So we're going to sacrifice a few lives to get our banana farm flowing. And we get our 2-0 banana farm by round 10. That is unbelievably helpful. You don't know how much money this is going to make us in the long run. I mean, it's easily going to pay it for itself by round 23, 24, and then we can start to make extra cash for the rest of the game. Make sure you use your abilities. Obin is, unfortunately, a big part of your strategy right now, so we're going to have to let him do his thing for a little while we start powering up our boomerangs. We're going to have to go for a quick Kylie boomerangs. 1,300 bucks. Totally worth it, though. Again, don't forget about those abilities. If you do a better job than me, you're probably going to be happier than me, because you're probably going to lose less lives than me. And we get 1 round where both are going to attack each other at the exact same time. I believe it's always the... I don't know. I don't want to quote that, but I believe it's always a round that's going to end in 3, I think. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case here. But we get Kylie Boomerang. At this point, last is not quite as important. You can switch them to first, but I do recommend going for the faster throwing and the faster ranks. All right, looks good. Even round 15, a very tough round is going to go down. Kylie Boomerang's just solid. Might be thinking we're out of the woodwork now because Obin's going to carry on one side, Boomerang's going to carry on the other, but Obin is not that powerful. He actually kind of sucks. So we're going to have to swap to a ninja combo. So we're going to go ninja next to Obin. And I'll start to... we'll get him upgraded a little bit. Let's go for a double shot Seeking Shuriken for now. Now we got camo balloons coming out of one side. We need to make sure we have camo detection. So we're going to go for a quick We're going to go for a quick wizard in front of the boomerang. This is kind of important, but not super epically important. I'm going to make sure he's got cam detection. I'm ready to go for that wall of fire as well. There we go. Cam detection is covered. And unfortunately, we still got to just wait, get the wall of fire. But we got a two-prong approach to devastation. It's going pretty well. At this point, start saving up for your marketplace. If we can get a marketplace by round 30, again, for the rest of the game, we're going to be absolutely owning. The hard part for us will likely be the Moab, but if we can beat the Moab, we're golden for the rest of the game. Golden Eagle, right? Yeah, so I feel pretty comfy. Now it's going to be Elkin time. So we're going to be getting both of our Elks ready. I want to get 2 Berserker Brews right next to each other, and this one I will not upgrade to a 3-2 yet. This one, though, I think I will need to go for a 3-2 because when the Moab comes out, these guys are going to wrap around and be somewhere over here or something. So I want to make sure that these guys are buffed a little bit more than these guys. But I still have to be careful. These are some tough rounds. Round 36 is coming up. 37 is coming up. 36 is a tough one. Look at this, man. Oh, yeah, even with that Elk Ninja, that is not an easy defend here. And it looks like we're going to have to... Yeah, let's just throw it down at the end of round 37. All right, feels good. That's going to give us 2 Berserker Brew, and I think now I can get my Dragon's Breath going. All right, Elk's Dragon's Breath is currently up. That feels really, really, really good. Now, Moab popping power, there's not that much. I mean, there's like a couple towers that maybe we can get a little extra popping power out of them. This guy, maybe a really good engineer or something. Maybe you can try to do some weird texture play. Probably not very good, though. I think the easy answer for us is Moab Press. So... Moab Press it is. All right, round 40. At this point, we've used up less than half of our tiers, and we're less than halfway there. The good news is this is actually the hard part of the strategy. As long as this fire hits the Bloons, we are absolutely golden. Wonderful. So now we can get just small little single-tier upgrades that are huge benefits for us. Getting those 3rd tiers and 4th tier upgrades are delicious. I say whenever you get the money, just keep on buffing. Get the strongest stim, get the stronger acid and perishing potions just like we did. Oh, I never got this guy. Oh, just buy him. It's worth it. I don't think you're going to regret it. And then I do have one weakness, though. And that is I have every type of pop power on this side. Camo Lead's not really, but I could probably get it. It's only on 1 round. Not really worried about it. But on this side, I don't have that Camo Purple pop power. And I think Camo Purples might come out against us. So we're going to go for an extra Ninja over here. And I don't want to get him up too high. I just think a 3rd tier is probably... Oh, look at the freaking Camo Purples right there. Round 45. We would have covered him with the Ninja, but that's scary to know. And then we're also just going to Stronger Stem it all. Okay, we're down to 35 tiers left. That feels like, oh my god, this is actually really, really scary, but now we've got it all set up. This is good enough for most of the rest of the game, but not the late 70s. Not maybe even the late 60s. So we're going to have to get some Super Monkeys flowing. Here we go, another chunk of regen camo purples. Would have killed us if we didn't have that Ninja. What do we do? Well, we're thinking Super Monkey. I'm going to put my Super Monkey next to my Elk, and again, now we're going to power up both our Ninja and our Super Monkey with our Elk, and I'm feeling a middle path epic range Super Monkey. In fact, a Robo Monkey is likely what I want to get. All right, so I can afford a Robo Monkey at this point, but I think I'm probably better off just supporting my other team as well before things get too wild. Yeah, we got camo detection enough over there, but yeah. It just, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's get camo detection for everybody over here, so we don't have to worry about it ever again. Let's do the exact same thing on this side. Just give everybody camo detection, even though 2 of my towers have camo detection. I want to just have it, so I don't have to worry about it. It's going to waste a couple of our tiers, but we still have 26 left to go. I think we're going to make it happen pretty easily. All right, Super Monkey on the other side now, and this side I feel like I'm more comfortable with on this side. Dragon's Breath with Elk on them, Ninja with Elk on them, Boomerang to slow down those Moabs. That's just solid as crap. All right, let's get this one up to a Robo Monkey first. And I feel like we have almost completed our challenge. Now, this is not a Chimps run, so it is totally worth it for us to soak up as many Bloons as possible with trees, unless we actually need that to pop the Bloons, right? So I'm going to soak up as many things as I can, make the extra cash out of it, and recycle and reuse. All right, we're going to get our second Robo Monkey on the other side over here, and we just have to realize that round 63 is coming up pretty soon. Oh, look at that. Nice snipe. Round 63 is coming up pretty soon, so we're going to go for... possibly a cannon or possibly just a global sub thing on this side. Trees, let's use them again, just throw them down, and absorb some more Bloons if we can. looks like we just got to rely on Plasma Robo here, and I think he should be good enough for round 63. I mean, we're going to pop 90% of the balloons on the first set. I don't have another trees to use, though, unfortunately. It just kind of is what it is, so it shouldn't be that much harder to do the second set as long as the fire lands, and then we've got trees for the third set here. Just don't accidentally press the trees again, otherwise these trees will disappear. You don't want that to happen before this last set runs through. There we go. A few balloons get absorbed. Womp, 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 and now we can delete... Oh, we can't delete it. That's actually kind of sad. And we get our last Plasma Blast. Now we have 2 Robo Monkeys on our squad right now. Feels very, very good. 15 more rounds to go. At this point, we're going to go for some global abilities. Nothing wrong with a little bit of tree money. Let it flow, let it flow. You do have to repress that ability every single time, though. And if you do move, it does reset this where he places it. So just note that happens. So here's our global abilities. I put the Ice Tower up to Snowstorm, and I like the top path just because it gives you automatic camp detection just forever. It's nice to have. And I went for the Glue Strike combo as well. We've only got 3 tiers left, so whatever you feel like. If you want to get a Tech Terror, if you got enough money, or I don't know, Summon Phoenix or something like that, that's another global. Use it up. And I cannot believe that I used that many tiers. Actually feels a little... Oh, and can you sell to get tiers back? I'm actually a little curious now. I don't think you can. 75 is usually a pretty difficult round, so just be a little bit careful. You gotta use your abilities. Press those abilities. Don't feel bad about it. But you can see the Ice Tower working its magic over here, slowing him down right next to the Plasma. Feels good. And for 76, I'm definitely going to use my ability here, just because I do not want to lose in a very, very stupid way, letting random, stupid regen ceramics kill me at this late in the game. All right, so we got the money for a Tech Terror, so we're going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to buy that Tech Terror upgrade, and we did not get the tiers back, so this is what we're stuck with. But this will be a Tech Terror in range of this Oh My God to finally take that down once we get to it. 78's a tricky round. Don't forget to glue once you see those ceramics, man. It's easy to forget. You can double dip your abilities as well, glue and freeze if you're feeling it. But glue is the important ability for you. And there you go, round 78 camos, go down. All right, round 80. So we get kind of nice positioning here. Robo Monkey to start attacking, Tech Terror to clean up. Only 2 tiers left though. It seems actually kind of wild. I think I could have obviously easily gone without at least Ice Tower, but kind of crazy that it was actually that close. Boom, boom, and we get it. I actually wonder what the best score is. I would guess about 35, 40 if you're like really, really good, but I don't even know what you would do for that. It'd be tough. And we get 500 monkey money for beating that challenge. Feels good, feels good. That's Cheap Chimps challenge. 500 monkey money to beat $80,000 on logs. Feels like we can do that, but that is less than half the total allotment of the money. And we got to do it with Geraldo too. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick boat start. I don't even know if I really need Geraldo that much. But if I level him up, it just gets some like genies for the late game. I think that's a really easy way to like own some of the last few rounds. So I will be putting Geraldo down. But note that I actually believe that he is not 100% necessary for this challenge. All right, Geraldo is up. Again, you can feel free to spend your money. I think we're probably going to go bunnies. And then save for genies, and that's probably it. Those are the reasonably priced things to get here that I still feel like 250 bucks for this thing is probably not worth it long term. If we had to buy 20 of them, that's a decent amount of money that we had to spend. Instead, I think the easy and awesome answer here is going to be Pirate Lord. I think what I want to do is I want to go for a top path Pirate Lord, and I probably will end up using the Camo Potion to power him up and give camo detection. Or I'll just go Village and just power everybody up with the Camo Detection Village, because it does not matter how we spend our like $5,000 or so if we have some really solid towers here that can just do almost everything. All right, so we went for a quick cannon ship with double shots straight into a village with Camo Detection Jungle Drums. Things are going very, very well right now. Not afraid of anything. Moab's probably going to be a little bit tricky, but specifically, if we can get a Monkey Pirates, unbelievably easy. And if we can't, I still think we can manage. All right, things are going crazy awesome. I even forgot to use my ability and we beat the Moab, so here we go. We got the Monkey Pirates. I think we're saving up straight for a Pirate Lord. It's $26,000 of our total budget here, but after that, we're still at about half of our total budget left. And that gives us a lot of options to do a lot of weird things. All right, Pirate Lord time. Kind of an early round 53 Pirate Lord. Seems kind of funky, but it's gonna be awesome. Now, the unfortunate thing here is even if we could use Pirate Lord's ability to get extra cash out of this stuff, it wouldn't actually help us, because we're going to have a ton of cash left over at the end of this game. So I actually don't know if we could accidentally use more than $80,000. Hopefully that's not the case, but we may end up trying to just make sure and kind of confirm that we beat it rather than like doing the least amount of money possible. You know, I don't remember the price of Super Monkeys when this first came out, but I don't believe it was $2,500. And I believe that this actually seems overpriced at this point because you have to pay for a Dart Monkey and then you have to spend this. So you're only saving $800 by getting a Super Monkey through this, and then you are limited to only third-tier Super Monkeys. So I don't actually think that's going to be worth it. But bunnies, even though this is a reasonable priced thing, we've got to spend $6,000 to get the 4 bunnies going. It will easily be worth it. It's how Geraldo's going to get all of his pops here. I mean, he's currently got 7,000. Watch what happens when we get the bunnies flowing. Round 63, normally difficult, but with Pirate Lord, you are not going to run into any issues here. This is without the bunny, by the way. This is just straight Pirate Lord damage here. He's doing everything. Like literally everything at this point. All right, here's our 4th bunny, and that is a $6,000 tower, quote unquote. And you can see we went from like 6,000 pops to we've doubled it in just like a round or two. There's no way I could spend $6,000 in any other way and get as many pops as I'm getting out of this bunny right here. Especially with the infinite range aspect of him. Like that's just, it's kind of crazy awesome actually. So anyways, we have $33,000 to deal with at this point. I think I gotta go pretty beefy on my Pirate Lord. I think I gotta go for at least one quick stronger stim with parachute potions. And then after that, I think I'm just gonna wait. I think I might be okay. I think we might actually beat everything just by using Geraldo, and maybe on tough rounds, we use some of these genies, and that's about it. DDT is the only thing that I'm slightly worried about with the Pirate Lord, because I know he's not amazing against them, but he might be good enough. First 80 rounds are about to be over here, and still absolutely no issues. We've got enough money here that we could spend it all and be done already. But, of course, we can't do that. We have to be smart with our money. And I still think Geraldo is going to be our answer here, so I'm going to wait this out as long as possible. At this point, we can use Geraldo's stuff, but I don't think we actually need it. Round 90 is going to be the first DDTs. First of all, the bunnies. We got a little bit of help from that. The Pirate Lord is not bad against DDTs, and we've got the insta-kills ready to go. So we can probably handle round 93 no problem, but 95, that's a whole different beast. All right, level 18, we just unlocked the Gold Genie, which is perfect timing for us, but not really, because we don't even need it. Look at that, taking down DDTs like a boss. All right, round 95. So I'm not going to play any games today. I don't feel like screwing this up. I'm going Genie. All right, I don't know if I need it, but I just feel so much safer just going for a Genie and just feeling very, very comfortable. So I use one more Genie on round 99 and 100. I mean, that's totally fine by me. Plus, this will make round 96 nice and easy for us. Now, round 98 is beef-tastic, so we're going to use all of our abilities as soon as we get them, and hope that this is going to be enough. If it's really, really close, I actually don't feel bad about using another Genie, but I hope it doesn't come down to that. Alright, just be straight. I hope it doesn't come down to that. Hopefully we can just kind of burst through this stuff. So far it's going pretty well. I mean, at least half the Bloons are dead, and they're not even getting very far. But it's really the ceramics sneaking through the very front that we got to worry about. So we go, you know what? I'm not even going to use my ability. I think we're totally fine here. I think we're totally fine. Bunny's going to clean up, and Pirate Lord demolishes. All right, round 99. Again, use a Genie. In fact, we should just double Genie this crap. Make sure. Let's confirm that victory. All right, I don't need to play no games here. And we're going to take down the bad with a double Genie strat, and we'll clean up the DDTs with our Pirate Lord ability here. And that will easily take down Patch Challenge. All right, DDTs died, so Zomagod dead, and we win! Would you look at that? Nicely done. 1.5 million pops for the Pirate Lord, kind of makes sense. And we, I don't want to say dominate, but that felt pretty good, dude. 500 delicious monkey money right into our pockets. Oh, did I say that was Pat's challenge? This is Patch's challenge. Oh, screw Patch. I like Pat way better. And now we get to the BTD6 birthday party. So here is the party bad. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to get 20,000 damage on as soon as we possibly can, and I think the easiest way to do that is with a Sticky Bomb. So we're going to go Sticky Bomb. I got the Ninja Discipline over here, and we're going to let him go to town for a little bit. I think I'm going to swap into a Druid strategy pretty soon. So instead of going Banana Farms, I don't think that's worth it. I think we're better off going for just total popping power, total attack damage. So one thing I think I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for Spike Factory. I think I'm going to put him like over here. I'm going to go for a Carpet of Spikes and hope that maybe the Carpet of Spikes will actually be ready to go when the bad is kind of over here. I have not played this in a really long time, so I'm not an expert at it, but I think we can figure this out pretty easily. All right, so the first bad is just about dead. We are still losing a lot of lives, by the way. Oh, we got a ton of money. Let's go Spike Storm, bigger stacks. Let's go for a Moab Eliminator as soon as we can as well. I'm going to throw him kind of over in this corner over here. Let's go Moab Assassin at least for now. And we got to do another 20,300 health this time, which is actually not very much. And I believe I'm actually best off possibly waiting for that Moab Eliminator, as ridiculous as that is. Also, I kind of hate grabbing these bananas. It's really, really, really annoying me. And I might actually either just get marketplaces here just to get rid of it, or do something different. I don't know. All we can do is pop this thing 10 times, though. It's going to get stronger over time, but things are just going very well right now, so I'm not too worried. All right, Moab Elim is ready to go. Delicious. We're going to get that. Oh, I wanted the extra range. I screwed that up. It's okay. We're going to go for a Top Path Village to power him up. All right, we just hit our third one, and to be honest, you can probably get a lot more than what I'm doing right now, but I am not going to go crazy with this. I'm just going to go for at least 10 or 20 of them and just be happy with that. All right, our fifth party bed has just arrived, and we just got the Carpet of Spikes over here. Now, the next plan should probably be going for a Druid army and getting ready for some Paragons, to be completely honest. But again, I don't want to go crazy. I just want to make sure I get at least my 10 and feel comfortable getting my 10. So you guys don't have any issues with it, so you know how to do this one. But there it is. Feels like we're almost complete. All right, we just reached our 10th one, and he's about halfway done. He's only gaining like 4,000, 5,000 health per turn, which is kind of crazy if you really get down and think about it. We got Dark Champion up, and I think I'm going to go for the Legend of the Night as soon as I get the money for it. There are, again, other ways to do this, but I just feel like this is going pretty well right now. Super Mines is actually officially up. Everything's going fantastic. We've already tripled our necessary score here. And to be honest, I feel like a Paragon is probably the best bet, so I'm just going to frickin' do it. I'm not even doing this great, but why not, dude? Why not at this point? If we can get a Paragon, I'll just feel kind of cool about it. Well, it's definitely not perfect. Moab Eliminator starts to fall off at this point. And we're just about up to Glaive Dominus money, so I'm just going to sell things to get to it. We're going to go boom, boom, boom. I'm going to get that Glaive Dominus. Sure. Extra cash? Why not? And there we go. It's only a level 13, but you can see the absolute ownage. Oh my god, when you get Paragons, it's absurd. So I know that my record's about 120 or something like that. I feel like we probably could have made that happen, but I'm happy with my whopping 60 here. Kind of cute to see the drainage. I mean, just like one after the next. Just keep on dying there, good sir. And it gives you a ton of money too. I mean, this is ridiculous amounts of money. I think you could easily get 100 if you actually want to try for that. Yeah. But you got to do a lot of the pops near the end right here. Over 70. We did 10 in like the last few seconds over here. And I wasn't even using any of my abilities or anything. And we did it! Woo! And that is all of the challenges. Next up, we've got Moab Madness. 5 rounds, 50 Moab class Bloons on each round, and we get 500 monkey money for it. First thing you're going to want to build is a Glaive Lord. We're going to do Glaive Lord with the Red Hot Rings combo, and then we're also going to combine it with the Monkey Town and Monkey City with Jungle Drums combo. And the reason why is because now we have a money-making king of deliciousness here that can just pop literally everything. We should also note that there's going to be a lot of Moabs coming in, so we need to make sure we can pop the Moabs, but also the Bloons inside. Glaive Lord should do mostly the Bloon popping power, but we need something else that can pop the Moabs, and I think the number one answer for me has got to be that Middle Path Spike Factory. So we're thinking a Carpet of Spikes as soon as we can possibly get it. Round 2 is going to be a bunch of BFBs. You can see it's kind of absurd how many BFBs are coming out right now, but we're making a lot of cash from it, right? That's the main thing. If you make a bunch of extra cash, life is just oh so much better. And we get a Carpet Spikes with bigger stacks and Red Hot Spikes already. Round 3 is going to be DDTs up the wazizzle, which is kind of scary. But what we want to do next is we want to make sure we have enough insta-killing power, so we're going to go for a Super Monkey, again in range of our stuff here, but I want to put him closer to the front of the map here. I'm going to go for a Robo Monkey with Laser Blast and Plasma Blast just to kind of help ourselves out for now. Eventually, I do want to get that Tech Terror so we can go for some insta-killing damage. I should note that I did change my Robo Monkey to Strong and Last here. I want to pop the Zone My God layers as soon as I possibly can and let my Glaive Lord actually do most of the damage with the inside here. We're going to buy that Tech Terror, and as soon as we get the ability, I'm just going to throw it out. I'm just going to use it. All right, so here's the Tech Terror ability. Check this out. Kablamo! We do tons of damage to make tons of money, and I think you guys know what's coming up next, right? The best Moab popper in the game. Unfortunately, it was not easy to get till just about now, but once we get that mad, life is so much better. Of course, got this many Bloons to deal with. Get the powerful darts here. Don't go top path at all. And for the last wave, we've got not one bad, but many. Lots and lots of bads all over the place. We're going to use every single ability we got here. We're going to wait till things get a little bit closer. So let's use our Spike Storm. Let's use our Mad ability. Let's use our Tech Terror here just to kind of get it going and just let everything get popped. Feel free to spend your extra money if you want. We have over 100 grand at this point, but with our abilities, we are able to defend all the bad balloons without any issues here. Wonderful. And we get a delicious packet of monkey money in our pockets. 500 more. Next up, we've got fast upgrades. Survive 6 special rounds on Dark Path. Alright, so we've got 6 rounds here, and every round we're going to end up getting a free upgrade. So what you want to do is get your upgrades as fast as possible, usually by using cheaper upgrades if at all possible, because then you'll get nice upgrades quicker. So we're going to go for a wizard here. I'm going to upgrade to guided magic so we can start upgrading this, this path in particular. And we're going to make sure we get a Spike-a-Pole here and a Juggernaut by the time we get to round 3, an Ultra Juggernaut by the time we get to round 4 to start owning these balloons. Alright, Arcane Mastery is already up. Arcane Spike is again unaffordable, but feel free to spend your money if you want to at this point. You can still make a lot of cool things happen. So here's the Ultra Jug on round 4, doing delicious, delicious work here. I'm feeling a Never Miss targeting here so I can get a Spectre for round 5, and then hopefully get a full-on Mega Fortress plane here for wave 6. There we go, we've got an Arcane Spike already. I'm going to get the Intense Magic and Monkey Sense to make sure that I don't end up losing to any Camo Balloons here. Round 5, we got a ton of BFBs and everything, but I want to make sure I've got Camo Detection here. When the DDTs come out on wave 6, the big plane is ready to go and own everything. Wonderful team, wonderful teamwork, and one little bad balloon to take down shouldn't be a big problem for us. And there we go, the bat is completed, the DDTs are dead, and everything else is done-ified. Alright, this is probably the toughest challenge in the game, but I'm going to try to walk you guys through it fairly easily. So we're going to do a Gwen start. I'm going to build a Dart Monkey randomly in the back here as a cleanup tower, and then we're going to go for a banana farm. So we're going to be making extra cash today. The more extra cash you make in the early game, the better the late game is going to be. And if you ask me, it's always worth to sacrifice round 3, 5, 6, 7 and lose then, or lose some lives then to lose all 150 or lose the entire game on round 27, 28, 29, or 30. It just feels so much worse. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure Gwendolyn's Cocktail is in the middle here, and then don't feel bad about using it pretty much every single round. Alright. Lives aren't really like that important, but every little bit of support you can get here and every little bit of sacrifice will actually make sense long term. So again, make sure you use your cocktails. They are kind of important. We've got a 2-0 banana farm at this point, and I think the easiest and best thing to do is try to keep on making sure you're using your monkey knowledge to your advantage. So another really nice monkey knowledge point for us is going to be our heli pilot. So you know what? Let's even use another cocktail here. Why the heck not? Because we're going to get a heli pilot right away on round 3 here. So he's only 990 bucks. We're definitely going to put him next to Gwen. So get those fire bonuses here. I'm just going to lock him in place right here for now. I may end up eventually putting him on Pursuit once we get the money for it. But for now, that just feels like a decent position that just sort of attacks things in nice straight lines. All right, we got quad darts up at this point. Feels good. I think I'm going to try to save up for the Pursuit just so he's going to run around and do his own thing without me having to bother here. And then after that, I do need Camo Detection. So let's get that ready to go. We do have some ceramics kind of causing problems at this point, but Gwendolyn with her cocktail, we're going to take care of them for the most part. We got more LEDs coming out, but here's the good news. Alright, we can go for our Gwendolyn cocktail. That's going to allow us to unlock IFR, and then right away, we can get those Razor Rotors here. So boom, boom, we got it all covered, and now we got a solid team to play around with. So solid, in fact, that I don't feel bad about getting one more banana farm on my team. Even though this is going to be our first Moab round, I think we can pull it off with quite a bit of ease. So we're going to use our fire right away, burn through them up just a little bit. There's going to be some purples kind of getting in the way at this point, but that's okay, because we are going to clean this puppy up without any issues by 1-0 banana farm, and hopefully a 2-0 banana farm all the way here on round 8. Nice. So we got 2 banana farms by round 8. That's kind of difficult to do. But don't feel bad about it, man. I know we're greeding a little bit, but now we can start to get ready for our actual defense here. So what I'm thinking is we go for a Monkey Ace, or put it on Figure Infinite at this point. I'm going to go for a top path here like this. And we're going to have to just watch the Moabs a little bit. Here we go. We got a Reinforced Moab coming out right now. So we're going to use Gwendolyn's Cocktail again, but as it wraps around on the backside here. So let's do it like this. Boom, boom. That allows us to get loads more darts. Then even if we lose some lives from this Moab, we're not going to lose all of them. That's the main thing, and we definitely did a good job with our farming here. So how many are we going to lose? We're going to lose any. Monkey Ace does a really good job here. Razor Rose cleans up. Boom, boom. Solid job, and now we get a fighter plane. So that's going to be our Moab popping power. We have something specifically to damage the Moabs. Also, not bad against the Bloons. Just kind of like randomly shooting around over here. Because I'm feeling pretty comfy here, I'm going to go for one Marketplace. All right. We're definitely going to need to use Gwendolyn's Cocktail at this point, though. It's like an absolute necessity here. But the Monkey Ace Heli Pellet combo, because that they have infinite range and they specifically aim things that you want them to, they're just a solid combo. Right 11, we got a bunch more Moabs and stuff coming out. At this point, we're going to need more balloon popping power, so I'm feeling the mortar. We're going to go for a mortar right over here. We're going to go for the rapid reload, bigger blast, balloon bust, and combo. And I want to go for an artillery battery fairly soon. It's kind of unfortunate because it's a fairly expensive tower. But it's really, really, really good against the Bloons. Pretty decent against Moabs. And it's going to be a good tower force kind of long-term here. He never loses his luster, which is always good to have. Admittedly, most of the stuff's getting popped somewhere near the back over here, but it's still going down pretty well. Oh gosh, did not mean to do that. Okay, that was silly. And we got our first BFB coming out. So we may need to micro just a little bit here. See how this goes. Definitely gonna have to use Gwendolyn's cocktail. Boom, boom, cocktail up before the Bloons. Nice, nice, nice. Still got a pretty decent amount of Bloons over here, so let's make sure we use the mortar. First BFB, definitely difficult, but it's going to take it down pretty easily, and that's going to get us ready for our artillery battery for round 15. Halfway through. Nice. Feels good. At this point, we want to farm a little more, so I'm feeling like one more marketplace is probably the max we need to go for. We could probably push a little further than that, but I don't think I want to. I think 2 is enough. At this point, though, you can see the big difference here between not having an artillery battery and having an artillery battery. It's a big difference, and it does mean you do have to micro a little bit. I'm going to throw that out there. It's not just a one-and-done throw it down and you win the game, but overall he is significantly better. All right, here we go. We got some more Kimbo Bloons and stuff coming in here, but Heli Pellet's still going to clean them up. At this point, because there's so many random Bloons kind of coming in here, what I want to do is I want to swap my strategy just a little bit. I want to go for a random sub to Submergent support. I want to use my artillery battery abilities as well whenever I have the ability to. We got our first reinforced BFB here, so I actually have to aim this puppy a little bit. And then I'm going to go for a nuclear sub upgrade fairly soon. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that I can actually kill the Bloons kind of before they get on the screen next to my other towers where they're popping things. So I can actually utilize my Moab popping power more efficiently. But either which way, here we go. Balloon turning reactor. We're going to go middle path on this guy, just so we don't have to worry about lead balloons ever coming in here, DDTs or something like that. And that looks like a good squad for us. And abilities are your friend. Do not feel bad about using them. When you have big chunks of Bloons coming out, we gotta figure out how to deal with them somehow, right? So artillery battery, nuclear sub combo for our round 63, round 19 rush. Yeah, suck my balls. Weird round 63 rush. Bunch of ceramics, Moabs, BFBs, kind of everything getting in the way here, but we're able to manage them pretty easily here. At this point, you kind of just survive for a little while. Just use your abilities as you need them. Things are going pretty well. We've got 5,000 built up here, 5,000 built up here. We're going to save up our money and try to go for an Apache Dart ship pretty quickly. First Zomer Gird on round 23, and believe it or not, I have changed my mind. I don't actually think this is going to be the best option for us because I forgot DDTs come out fairly soon. So we're going to swap our strategy from that to a just straight up Super Monkey. All right, it's not like the best tower ever. In fact, a lot of people would say he's a fairly inefficient tower, but he's just going to work really well for us for right now. The unfortunate thing about him is that we need to get the Plasma Blast up to make him do what we want him to actually do here. So we're going to use our Artillery Battery Blast a little on the early side here to pop around 23. And then if we need to, we'll sell a Banana Farm to get that DD popping power for 24. I think they come out on 24 or 25. Here we go. First DDT, so we're going to go for a Laser Blast, Plasma Blast combo. It's going to be our DDT popping power here. Going pretty well. It's nice slowdown and everything, and we clean them all up. All delicious like. Once we reach this point in the game, it may be worth it to not greed. You know, I know we could make another $1,000, something like that, but why make your life that much more difficult when it doesn't need to be? So what we're going to do instead is we're going to get rid of our Banana Farm at this point. We're going to swap to a Spike Factory play. We're going to put him closer to the back of the map. All right, I'm feeling back here. I'm going to go for a quick Spike Storm with bigger stacks and White Hot Spikes. That'll give us the DDD popping power necessary and also a bunch of extra popping power whenever we need it. It's going to be really, really helpful and hopefully help our team work out here. Now, I will admit that our balloon popping power at this point is not the greatest. We are probably going to still have to do something about that. And I have not figured out exactly what I want to do just yet, but I think we can survive long enough to make it happen. So this is our reinforced. Oh my god, this is the nice part of the slowdown here. These really big balloons, you can just slow them down with the Dark Knight. Don't forget, I can also warp this guy around a little bit, even though I kind of have a limited space to actually truly warp. I do have the ability, at the very least, to warp. And it allows us more time to use our abilities. Woo! Alright, Artillery Battery, baby. Don't forget, he is a good addition to your team!
If you're still watching this late in the video, type banana in the comments and make people wonder what the heck is going on.
Just whoppers of Zomagods right now. So we're going to Spike Storm fairly early. Artillery Battery Micro is probably a necessity here. But with our ability here, we can just kind of like slobber knock these mofos. And I think I'm gonna save Gwendolyn's ability here, even though it's not very powerful at this point anymore. It's like useful, obviously, but it's not doing as much as it should. She's only level 7 against Oh My Gods. I mean, normally she's level like 16, 17, 18, even 19 at this point. So here we go, round 29. We're gonna have to deal with some DDTs here, and then I believe a bad balloon comes out around 30, even possibly 2 bad balloons, or even DDTs in combination with bad balloons, which is kind of just crazy if you really think about it. So doing pretty good overall. DDTs, I mean, they look really, really, really scary, but we went for a pretty heavy DDT pop and power strategy here. So, oh yeah, look at this. We got reinforced DDTs coming at this point. We're going to just use that artillery battery kind of early. Just blow everything up right here. Let it work together, man. And then we can even go for Gwendolyn's ability. A few DDTs trying to get to the back over here, but we don't let those spikes go to waste. When you use them on a corner like this, the DDTs walk through right here. They don't slurp up the random spikes over here, and you still have the kind of secondary defense. All right, we have enough money for it. I think I want to just get ready to do another ice tower. This is a really weird tower, by the way, to combine, but I think it really works well. If Bloons sneak through over here, it allows us to pop the Moab class Bloons and then slow the Bloons down so artillery battery and other stuff can actually do all of the real balloon popping power over here. All right, so I'm going to use this ability a little bit on the early side so I can hopefully get it back for round 30 as well. All right, we got everything set up. I'm going to try to not waste any more abilities, though. Just kind of leave it as it is. So for round 30, all you got to do is pop a bad balloon. So we're going to go for artillery battery blast right from the get-go. We're going to spike storm the crap out of it. It doesn't do that much damage when it's this far away, but it does enough where it's still worth it to always use it. We did, what, 2,000, 3,000 damage there? In addition, Gwendolyn's Cocktail, nothing wrong with it, boys. Nothing wrong with it. Unfortunately, our Super Monkey here, I don't know if there's going to be a better position. I mean, we could try to warp him over here and then warp him back, but I don't think it's actually going to help us out much. So instead, we're just going to use our Spike Storm again. But I think I'm going to save the artillery battery this time. I think we're probably better off saving the artillery battery. We want to make sure we're popping the Oh My God balloons, not the DDTs or anything on the inside here. So we're going to have to wait on the Spike Storm one more time, but we will be ready for our artillery battery when we need it. All right, DDTs go down oh so easily. Oh My Gods, on the other hand, let's see how this goes. We got a Spike Storm ready to go. Let's use our artillery battery first, blow up some of these balloons, and then we're going to Spike Storm on top of that. Get rid of the Moabs and the balloons kind of at the same time here. Everything's almost dead. Artillery battery cleans it all up, and this bad balloon gets taken down, and these 30 rounds of doom are not that bad, but they still require a decent amount of micro, man. It's not an easy challenge. And that, my friends, is how you beat all of the experiments, all of the challenges, and all of the tales. If you guys enjoyed, press this like button for me. I'd really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can figure out the tutorials on your own, because they're really not that bad. I played 2 of them, or one of them, and I was like, this is freaking easy. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. And if you are, press that like button, subscribe, and be a super kind, friendly person. Go to the settings section up here, click the creator support code button, and type in SJB. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful night.